Evening, Dan. So it's Thursday before we play Haringey at home. Just your thoughts on the game coming up?
Yeah, another tough game. Yeah, another team that's been established at this level for a little while now, and did quite well last year at this level. Always known for producing good players and players that sort of come out of nowhere and move up through the levels as well. So I know they're going to have some real good talents, and they play with a bit of a free spirit in the way they play, and that can always make them difficult to play against. And we're expecting a real tough game. I had the benefit of Saturday, us not having a fixture, being able to go and watch them versus Bowers, so could see how they played a little bit in there, and no bones about it. You know, they've got some threats in there, and we're going to have to deal with our threats, and hopefully some of our threats can come strong. And I think it'll be a good game.
And obviously, like you hit the nail on the head, I guess they established at this level and been at this level for a while, so they're going to know obviously how to manage a game as well.
Yeah. I think they've got a good team. They've got a good squad of players, got good experience in their management team. You know, been around the level for a long time, and well supported football club as well. You know, went there Saturday and a really vocal sort of crowd behind them, and I think that drives the players on a little bit and leads them out for the team, and very passionate. They're very behind their players and their management team. So yeah, we know it's going to be tough. I think any game in this league is going to be tough this year, and it's something we have to challenge. But we're at home. We want to do well at home, and you know, if we want to try and establish ourselves, we have to try and win these games against these teams.
And obviously, I know you touched on it last week when you spoke to Joe, but it's been a bit of a difficult week because we want to get back on the pitch, and then the game gets cancelled again against Lewis. So
yeah, very frustrating, obviously, and you know, frustrating for everybody, really, isn't it? The traffic disruption that you had, and a lot of games called off, and it's not ideal because it brings up congestion, which puts challenges on your squad and on your players further down the line, and players have to make plans. A lot of these players majority of these players have got full-time jobs, so they've booked half days, and then they're late notice. Some can't cancel that, so it comes at cost sometimes. So it's not ideal for anybody when things like that happen, but I think you have to deal with it. You have to get on with it. It's part of non-league, maybe, and part of football in general, or life in general, and can't really moan about it. So we dusted ourselves off and give us a bit more time maybe to rest and reset. We blocked the season into periods, and we just got to the end of one of them periods, and probably just give us that little bit of chance individually and collectively to have a bit of a reset, a bit of a breather, and then ready to go again in the sort of next period that we've highlighted.
And then obviously we go into a cup game then on Monday against Tilbury at home.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, another tough game. Also, they had a good win against Wakering, and they got a few ex-Millers playing for them, and a few boys that we know from sort of last year. And you know, only last year we were playing them in the penultimate game of the season to try and get promoted in a tough game. Fortunately enough, we come through that and won. But yeah, we know obviously John Coventry Junior, John Coventry Senior managers, their experience in John Coventry Senior in there, and they're going to come here and they want to go and do well in that competition. So we know that's going to be tough, and I think I touched on it last week, but the disappointment of going out the FA Cup and FA Trophy early is really disappointed me, and I think the group are a bit disappointed in that. So any other cup competition we enter, we've got to take it as serious as we possibly can and try and go out there with the squad we've got available after Saturday and try and win the game.
Obviously, the wider thing in regards to the club recently was two sort of fairly big personalities, I guess, within the squad leaving. Just your thoughts on Hughesy and Alex leaving?
Yeah, I think it's always disappointing to lose good people, and good people that have done a lot for a football club. It makes it even harder at times, and real tough decisions. And you know, I have to make them decisions as manager and what I feel is best for the football club, and then boys have to make the decisions that they made as well, what's best for them. You know, it's always disappointing to lose, as I said, good people and good characters, and Dave and Alex were good people, good characters, and it's up to us to try and find new people that can follow in their footsteps, and we wish them nothing but success and good luck in their future football careers. And I've spoken to the boys in depth, we've had good honest conversations, and I feel it was the right time for Dave to move aside, so to speak, and be, with Northie coming in. I think the experience that Northie's going to give us is a plus for that. And then Alex wanted to play a bit more football and a bit more regular, and it wasn't us deciding to let Alex go. You know, he hadn't met many opportunities because of George probably playing quite well at the time, and he got an offer that he probably couldn't turn down with Cole Shelton. But as I said, they're good people, and I think Aveley owe them a lot for their efforts and their and what they've done for this football club, and that's important that we won't forget that. And you know, and they'll be welcome back at any moment if they do get that opportunity to come back.
Brilliant. And then finally, obviously, we've got a new player that we've signed, and he's going to be here this evening. If you want to just sort of talk us a little bit about him.
Yeah, I won't try and pronounce his full name, bless him, but Sigi, as we know him, Sigi was someone that I knew at Leiston when he was at Leiston, and he got identified to me, and someone we looked at and thought about signing when I was at Concord Rangers. And so I've known him for a little while in terms of that, and been watching his career, and he's a big lad. He's 6'2". He's got aggression on his side. He's young. He's 24 years old. I think he's coming into his bit of his prime. He's just come back from a good trial in Scotland where he's unlucky not to get a pro contract, and he's looking to get back into his game going and get his season going. And I think it'd be a good signing for us. He had competition to places. He can play right through the spine of the team, which is important as well. And we've got to have competition. I think that's part of a good football club and a good team. Is boys have to be under pressure and kind of have people sitting, as I call it, the comfy chair, and want people to feel comfortable in the environment that they're wanted and part of it. But we have to have a competitive squad.